Every year, millions of people are forced to leave their homes to keep themselves and their families safe. Just last week, the UN Refugee Agency confirmed more than 100 people have been displaced. 100 million people have been displaced in the past year. That includes the war in Ukraine. Joining us this morning to talk about ways we can help on World Refugee Day and beyond, Pierre Uwimana. He is the Florida Refugee Organizer with the Florida Immigrant Coalition. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
So obviously, Pierre, we are talking about the situation in Ukraine. You've got the war that the world is watching there. Certainly, refugees from Ukraine are coming to the United States, but that is not the only country where refugees are coming from.
That's right. Right now, from UNHCR reports, we have more than 100 million displaced people. And among those 100 million, 1.5 million urgently need resettlement. And you can see that's a big number.
Certainly, certainly. And what constitutes a refugee? Let's go back to the basics there.
A refugee is someone who flees, his country because of persecution, and they are being killed because of their political opinions, their beliefs. They are like in my country where I came from. People were being killed because of their ratio, their tribe. So there are so many reasons that force people to flee, and once you flee your country, then you are a refugee.
You were telling me this is personal for you, the work that you do, because you are a refugee yourself from Rwanda in Africa.
That's correct.
And what was it like for you coming over from Rwanda ultimately to the United States?
So when I came here, it was a different culture, a different, everything was different, and I had to start from zero. And I came as an asylee, and I had to apply for asylum, go through the robust system of getting my asylum approved, and then start a life. It was not easy because English is not even my first language.
Sure.
But as time goes on, with the welcoming of Americans, communities, churches, I was able to make it.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because I've been able to meet a lot of refugees in our area through the local groups. We have amazing organizations that really make sure that they're not walking this path alone.
Yes, yes. There are so many amazing organizations. We have refugee resettlement agencies here in Jacksonville. We have Lutheran Social Services, Catholic Charities, and those are the two. There was World Relief before, and it closed the office because of some policies that changed.
Sure.
And they do a lot of work to help refugees resettle here. There are many volunteers, many churches, and other organizations that help throughout the whole process of resettlement.
A lot of Americans will say, that's happening way over there. Let's focus on the issues, the problems that we have here domestically in the United States. What's your response?
I think that's not American value. American values, call for compassion. They call for being human and help other people who are in need. And so looking at 100 million, displaced people and say, as America, we are going to close our eyes and not help, that is not who America is. And so definitely that's not true.
Immigrants, refugees are really the fabric of America, and they've helped us become the country that we are, the big melting pot. And that's certainly something. If there is one thing that people watching can do to make a difference, what would that be?
It's to keep doing what they are doing. And it's a lot of community members here. They help a lot of refugees. They help immigrants. And I would, urge them to continue doing that. And today in Jacksonville, in the afternoon today, we have a World Refugee Day celebration, and it's going to be downtown here, and I'm inviting them to come and join us as we celebrate World Refugee Day. We will have cultural performances. We will have, to recognize organizations and individuals who have been helping refugees.
Sure. A great way to find out who's here and how you can help. Pierre, thank you so much for coming on. We're happy that that you're here in the United States. We're happy that you are making a difference with all that you do. So there are ways that you can support locally. As he said, later today, there's going to be that World Refugee celebration at the Duval Area Refugee Task Force. It's going to take place at Catholic Charities headquarters from 1:30 to 3:30. That address, 40 East Adams Street. That's in downtown Jacksonville, 40 East Adams Street. Great way to come by, bring the family. Everybody is welcome. And then you can really learn how you can make a difference locally. We'll be right back.